Where does an NGO get its funds from? It's normally from a donor, isn't it?
Yes, it's
What are the other sources?
Well, we send grant proposals to donors. We send NGOs do have a method of sending grant proposals for a particular project to a particular donor, and we explain the needs of our target audience and why we need this funding. It can be a donor as in an individual donor, it can be a foundation, it can be a funding agency, it can be a company, a corporate company. We also, NGOs also get some of their company from CSR. Now the companies have started, all companies are supposed to give 2% of their profit as corporate social responsibility to NGOs.
When a donor gives money to an NGO, isn't the NGO implementing the donor's agenda?
Well, NGOs, well, some NGOs are there where they are very decisive on what they have to do. They know their vision and mission and goals, and they are determined to implement. But if the donor tends to force his or her agenda upon you, if an organization says, well, if I have to give you money, you must convert all your students into Christianity or Hinduism or Islam, or you must wear this color uniform which gives our logo, then no, I would not take any donation from that organization.
Avinash, you are running a small NGO.
Yes, sir.
You are desperately in need of funds.
Yes, sir.
So if I give you a lakh of rupees and I tell you this must be done this way, won't you listen to me rather than to your own agenda?
So it's more like a mutual respect thing, sir. We should respect each other's agenda, sir.
Supposing I don't agree, but I say I'm offering you not 1 lakh but 10 lakhs, but do this.
Then we will say sorry and we should
You'll say sorry. But does every NGO do that? That's the
No,
question.
sir.
I think that is where an NGO becomes unsuccessful, because they have to compromise their visions and missions for money.
I was saying that a lot of NGOs are greedy for money and do not stick to their vision and mission and goals, but they go ahead for the money. But there are still some NGOs who have to take very hard decisions and who stick to their goals and objectives. And I think those NGOs are more successful than the ones who are following not their agenda, but the agenda of another.
Let me move on.
Yeah.
One of the other criticisms against NGOs is that many of them tend to do work which is unsustainable. Depending upon where the money is coming from, they change the focus of their work. So their work is not sustainable. This is a criticism that is leveled against NGOs. What do you say to that?
This is a criticism, and some of our Indian NGOs are working like that. You know, they are working, they are going to where the grass is greener. That is not the way it should be done, because if you have a vision and a mission, if I'm a special educator, if my project is a blind school, a residential school or a blind school, I have to work for the blind. I am specialized in that area. If somebody comes and tells me, please work for child labor, I don't know about child labor. I mean, I may not be able to work as efficiently for child labor or for something else as I am working for the blind.
But the temptation to change your focus is very much there, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Because when we youngsters look, it's we think by helping different sectors, we can help maximum people. So we, in myself and my NGO, we are doing helps to different sectors of the society. So we can help maximum people. We are not looking into a particular sector and helping that particular person or something.
And again, the matter of promotion and popularity will come under this.
So you work on different areas and you lose focus.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
It could also happen. At the same time, as he said, like if we work in different areas, it could cover a broader number of areas, and different people will get the benefits. It could be.
Another issue that's pointed out regarding sustainability of NGO work is that many times it's being a one-man show, they don't develop a second-tier leadership. They don't develop a professional management, and therefore when the person who started it retires or dies, the NGO collapses. Does that happen often, Tiffany?
Well, in some NGOs it does happen that after the founder leaves or dies, in some NGOs the founders hand over the NGO's responsibilities to its beneficiaries after training them. In some cases it has been successful, like in the Braille Without Borders project in Tibet, the organization I work for, our founders really worked hard on the organization. They started a preparatory school and a vocational training center, and they did a lot, and they have now handed over some of the responsibilities to their beneficiaries while they came here and started Kandari, which is a social entrepreneurship leadership training
So a
center.
second tier leadership
Yeah,
is being
so
developed.
it is being developed, and it has been successful because the organization has been given to the hands of its target group.
Do you think NGO should come under the RTI Act, the Right to Information Act?
Yes, I
A
felt.
lot of this can be controlled in that case. You think that's possible?
Yes.
Or it should be done?
Yes, it should be done.
Avinash,
Yes, it should
you
be
think
done,
it
sir.
can be done?
So that they are answerable to a social person
People
of the
directly.
society, directly.
It'll be more transparent.
You have any views on that?
Well, so yes, I would, because I'm not scared of what I'm doing. So if my NGO was put on the RTI Act, I would be accountable because yes, but I would be accountable also to my donor. And yes, if you as a public person, a known person came and asked me that, you know, how is your,
And
how you run, if I have nothing to hide, I don't feel comfortable in accounting. Yes, I can account.
If you have nothing to hide,
Yes.
you need not be worried about
Yes,
the RTI
yes,
Act.
I need not
Yes,
be worried
and
about it.
RTI will automatically will helps to make NGOs more responsible
Yes.
and committed to the society. It will help.
Yes, I agree with you, Amal. I think so, yes, because if I have nothing to hide, as I said, if I have nothing to hide, if my accounts are clear, if I am clear, if I am not misusing
And
my
also
funds.
people will not afraid to ask also because it is an entitlement. Then they don't want to go for some legal procedures or something. It is directly enforceable and it's a right based approach. So it will be more easy method to make NGOs transparent.
We've been talking a long about the critical aspects of NGO work. Can you tell me a few advantages of being an NGO? There are lots of advantages.
Yeah.
We are free, we are independent. NGOs are non-governmental organization and we are independent group of people. So we can take the risk, we can do activities without, like that's a positive side of an NGO. We can act without asking anyone. It's our decision to do something. So
That's a good part.
if you are part of a government organization, we should get legal procedures, we should complete all that, and after all that, it will take time and also lose our interest on that topic.
As a development administration, sir, I believe social innovation with the NGO work, because a lot of people thinks that the business can make the people, a great mass of people to coming upward, and I do believe the same, but there are some lacuna that the business can't reach because they need a market, and there are some issues in the societies where market can't reach, and we can measure it in monetary terms.
Tiffany spoke earlier about corporate social responsibility,
Yes.
CSR, and now as per the new Companies Amended Act,
Yes.
the companies have to pay a certain amount of a certain percentage of their profit for CSR. You think that's going to change the landscape of NGOs? Is going to be more money going to be pumped into the NGO network?
I think that will help for the social responsibility for each and every individual.
What about you?
I think it could improve the state of everything, because CSR, the companies which are making huge profits, if they give a certain amount, I think it can make a difference.
It can't alone make difference. That is the point. It can't alone, because that only a share. But NGO is an organization specialized only in that particular area.
Tiffany, any views on that?
I cannot speak for all NGOs, but if I am to run an NGO, if I am successful in starting my project, I would approach companies and I would make a difference in the lives of my target audience, who are blind people. I would give them more assistive devices. I would provide them with maybe braille machines, laptops. I would help them as much as I can. But there are some NGOs who would, take half the money for the target audience and half the money. So it all depends on the founder. If I am really dedicated to my cause, it will make a huge difference to my target audience. The life of my target audience will be improved.
Thank you, Tiffany. NGOs are the newest vehicle for making a change. They can make a difference, and they are beginning to make a difference. But they need to be more professionally managed. They need to source funds in a much more open way. They need to be transparent. Their financial management ought to be professionally managed. And most of all, perhaps they need to come under the RTI Act as well. With the CSR likely to pump more money into the NGO sector, I think there's a need to look at NGOs in its totality and to ensure that NGOs move forward so that they can make a difference within the country. That was Managing NGOs on Youth Express. Thank you for watching us, and be sure to be back next week, same time, same day.